In this video, we're going to talk about perfect competition. First, we'll draw and label our price quantity graph. Then we'll draw a demand curve. Remember that under perfect competition, there is one price level for all individual sellers. This means the demand curve is flat. This also means that the marginal revenue curve is the same as the demand curve. So price and demand and marginal revenue are all on the same line. So the first question we want to ask is, at what level should we produce to maximize profits? We always answer this question with the equation marginal revenue equals marginal cost, or MR equal MC. So we need to see a marginal cost curve. This curve is U-shaped to indicate that costs typically tend to decline and then increase. Now that we have marginal revenue and marginal cost, we can pinpoint the intersection. The next step is to draw a vertical line down to the quantity axis. This line will point to the quantity we should produce if we want to maximize profits. We could then calculate total revenue. This is P times Q, or this area. The next step is to calculate total costs. Total costs are calculated as average total cost times quantity. We need an average total cost curve, however, to do this. Once we know the average total cost, we pinpoint the intersection of the average total cost curve and the vertical line we just drew. Then we draw a horizontal line from this point over to the price axis. The area below this line represents our total costs. Now we can calculate profits. The equation for profits is either total revenue minus total costs or price minus average total costs times quantity. Let's quickly review. That would be our profit. Let's quickly review. We start with the demand curve, which is flat. It's also known as our marginal revenue curve. Then we add the marginal cost curve. We pinpoint the location where marginal costs equal marginal revenue. We draw a line down to the quantity. This is also our total revenue area. Then we look at average total costs with the average total cost curve where it intersects our line, that point there. We draw a line across. The area below is our total cost. The area above is profit. All right, let's look at another example. Start with the flat demand curve. And this is also our marginal revenue curve. Then we add a marginal cost curve. Using MR equal MC, we pinpoint the profit maximizing location and draw the line down to quantity. This is our total revenue. In this case, we also need to look at where our average total cost curve is located. In this case, the average total cost is actually above the price line. We are actually looking at the location now that minimizes our losses. Remember, if the average total cost curve is above the price line, you're trying to figure out where you minimize losses. This area, once we pinpoint it and draw our horizontal line, represents total costs. We note here that total costs, that area is actually larger than our total revenue. Therefore, that area above price and below average total cost represents our losses. At this point, once again, we are minimizing our losses. All right, now you know how to analyze perfect competition. Don't forget that you can rewind this video to make sure that you understand how the graph works.